Good morning, everybody. Renee from the home office. Hey, I want to tell you a story about a woman I know at TLC named Maya. Several years ago, Maya was completely opposed to Christianity, opposed to even walking into a Christian church. But Maya was going through a rough patch, a divorce. Her father was dying, and then on the day she was going to go up to visit her dad up in the city, her car won't work, broken radiator. And so even though she has no money to fix it, she realizes she's got to do something. She takes into a shop, and a guy there named Larry gives her a very nice loaner car to drive to see her dad up in the city, and then calls her up and says, Maya, would you mind us keeping the car a few more days? You can hang on to the loaner for a few more days, but your car's going to take longer to fix. She says, well, all right. She comes back a few days later, dreading the bill. Larry calls out his staff at the garage to present Maya with her car. He has not only fixed the radiator, he has put on all new tires, he has fixed all kinds of other things. He's washed it, he has detailed it. And Maya says, thank you, but I can't afford all this. And Larry says, you owe me nothing. This is our gift to you. And Maya says, why would you do this? And Larry, who also attends TLC, says, well, I'm a follower of Jesus, and I think Jesus would want me to help you out. And Maya is blown away. And she eventually becomes a follower of Jesus herself. That good deed created goodwill that opened her heart to the good news. And that's why we go out into the community looking for ways that we can help, because people who, like Maya, are uninterested in church form their initial opinion of us, not based on our theology, but on our activity. That's how their hearts are open, because soon they will grow to understand that our activity is rooted in our theology. Hey, this weekend at church, we're wrapping up our 2 Corinthians series, and I love this verse, 2 Corinthians 8:9. Paul sums up the reason for our generosity. He says, you know the generous grace of our Lord Jesus Christ. Though he was rich, yet for your sakes he became poor, so that by his poverty he could make you rich. That's what our generosity is rooted in. You know, Matt Chandler, who's a pastor in Dallas, has a great quote. He says, generosity is grace made visible. And that's right. So I just want to urge you, this weekend is the final weekend for our food drive. If you haven't yet, please bring food by or go to tlc.org/food to contribute. Or you can also write a check to Twin Lakes Church and write food in the memo. Listen, feeding people is important, but even more important is people seeing that the people who care most about feeding the poor are the Jesus people. You talk about evangelism, you talk about winning people to Jesus Christ. Here in Santa Cruz, this may be the most important evangelistic thing we ever do, doing what Jesus told us to do anyway, and that is to feed the poor. I hope to see you this weekend. You know, we have both the live stream services. You can get in touch with those at tlc.org/live. And we have the in-person services. You can register for those at tlc.org/RSVP. God bless you. Have a wonderful weekend.